This works. Hold on, folks. Okay, let's see here. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Friday Night Bricks. This is episode 294. Actually having an issue momentarily. We were trying to go to Instagram, but I had double audio. I'm like, I'm actually going to, we're going to go live now because we don't have the music. How do I... Maybe I can't do this now. Maybe I'll have to figure it out. Maybe next time.
I have that notification on my screen too.
Yeah, but I can't change the keys. So I ended the live thing because I was hoping it was gonna. I didn't read it correctly. I was thinking it was just end the video that I was doing, but it ended the whole stream. And so hey, I finally done it on myself.
Okay. Can I remove it for just to get rid of the note?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, there it goes. It went away.
Let's see if it'll. Let me do this here.
What's up, Reed? Bricklock. I'll chat with you some through D&D Beyond stuff. I've been sick for a week again. Just like can't get rid of the crud. And I feel better today. So I'm just going to try to hang with it so I can move forward. And I got a set. This one that I'm thinking of building like the UCS version. I want to build this. And I think for Brick World Chicago, and probably somebody's already done it, right? But I might as well give it a shot. I think it would be cool to have.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna build something brand new tonight. I'm gonna build Space. I wish I had Z's email. Z should be in here in our panel tonight since I'm building his favorite theme. Not my favorite, but his. So I found it rang up, so I was like, cool.
Yeah, that's like supposed to come out next week.
And the Instagram's not going to work. I get a delay, and I get the sound, and I don't know how to turn the audio off over there. So, because, I mean, I've got one speaker, and it's playing both. So
you're better off not doing all the different stuff and just advertising for people to all go to YouTube. But don't go live everywhere.
Yep, we're just in YouTube and Twitch, so that's kind of the two places we go. But yeah, Instagram would have been cool, but yeah, it's got that delay that I think I experienced with Zoom that drove me bananas. So, I mean, we're live here, but when you try to do that, it didn't work. So, well, yeah, you're right. stick with what we know works. If they ever fix it, great. Actually, what's funny too is they said there was a note that said the Instagram videos end after an hour. So if let's say we do 4 hours here, people on Instagram only get to see an hour because they'll die. I'm like, cool. So space. I got space, and actually, I was saying, yeah, you know, the Ice Bears will be ready to go to Chicago. Problem is the air tanks. I'd have to, you know, get air tanks that I can actually, because these aren't my air tanks. I have to buy some air tanks that I could alter. So, but then I did get my brick order too. I got all those special parts that came. Like these bad boys. Ooh. The green long ones. Dark green.
Dang, that's a lot, dude.
Yeah, I figured I could do a few trees. These, I guess they were retiring the white, I keep holding the wrong side of the bag. The white supports. It must have been something that they were using only the white ones for. And then just had a bag of miscellaneous stuff. I had like just like the big round beams, and then these green, what do you call them? Gears, the green gears they retired to, and then I grabbed some animals. I'm missing some. I'm missing the best sellers I never got, so I don't know what happened there. So that was kind of interesting. So hey guys, welcome.
What's up, Jeff? What's up, Juju? Bricklock. I'm gonna send you an email. Let me know if you want to get on this show too, just to talk to stuff. Thinking about adding them to the Critical Bricks crew for the next year.
Ooh.
As a guest or new player. We'll see what happens. I got this email here.
Yes.
Do you have it? There he is.
Frontero so used to playing D&D, upset when he can't play.
I should be playing in person, but I just...
You don't sound very good. I don't think everybody...
yeah, it's been a non-COVID sickness, and I just thought I'd keep it away from people. Try to stay healthy, rest up, not be up till 1 o'clock.
Yep. I mean, it's kind of one of those things right now, regardless of what it is, you know, sickness, people just don't want to get sick. And you're going into Christmas. Actually, my brother's not coming down. My brother was going to come down, and they supposedly got sick, so he's not coming down. So
yeah,
come down later or something. So, it makes me kind of go,
Yeah,
I'm not up to date on my shots. I have to go get my shots.
All right, so
each person
started. I started this email. What's up, Brick Orphanage?
Stuart, how's it going?
The next
fun stuff. We'll see who jumps in here this week.
The campaign.
Actually, I was looking. Oh my gosh, I actually need to rewatch session 0. I think it's session 1, because my notes, I was going to transfer it to like a notebook, and I'm like, yeah, this doesn't make any sense. Well, you know, I had notes on like page 4, like walking with Meepo through hallway. I'm like, well, it doesn't show us meeting him yet, so I got to go back and figure out what notes I'm missing. Transfer it over.
I keep grabbing the wrong mouse. I don't know if I can do this.
Oh yeah, parting out sets. That sounds like fun, Stuart. Some of the ones I probably purchased at one point in time. I haven't. The only thing I picked up was, like I said, I picked up the space set, and I picked up the Harry Potter one with the Thestrals. I mean, I wish I had picked up more of these. They were $12.50, but I think when I went back, there was only one left. I was like, I better get it just because it's a cool animal, cool festivals in it. So, it's always fun. Oh yeah, this is an interesting color. This looks like that it's a purple, but it's like it's got that what are they calling that new thing now? The new not sparkle, but it's new cloud type kind of stuff. I can't think of it, but it looks like a trans purple. Looks better actually in instructions for a change. So, Mr. Hinkle, he is in the chat. Welcome, welcome.
Mr. Hinkle draws.
Face orange fighting nails.
Ooh.
That didn't work. Whatever you're trying to do. No. Fun, 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 fun. That's how it goes here. We try to have fun. If we can. Ooh, Jesse's got mail. Jesse's got mail.
All right. Doing so many things right now. I don't know if we'll even get to build Lego.
Wouldn't that be terrible?
All right. So Bricklock, you're getting an email from me, and I'm getting an email from Mr. Hinkle Draws.
It's the art of doing emails.
And there is a Mr. Hinkle Draws. Oh yeah.
You got 6 new year.
Oh, that's perfect, Kevin. I love it. All right.
Oh, that's a new jetpack. Oh, interesting. Oh, how does that work?
That's big.
That's a pretty cool jetpack. I like that. No steering though. That's kind of interesting. It's a neat jetpack. Just no steering, I guess. Rocketeer, use your head. So when's the anniversary? Anyways, when's it coming up?
Say what?
When is the Critical Bricks anniversary? How far out?
Well, it'd be the first weekend of the new year.
January. Oh, okay. So we're slated to play next week, right? Possibly.
I believe so. I don't know if we discussed that. We usually just try to play every other time I can be on. Or whatever.
Oh, there we go. TJ's in the house. I added him, and then I got rid of it.
There we go.
Wasn't me.
It was me.
TJ, long time.
What's up, guys?
What is TJ working on?
Did you find some? You found some crazy Star Wars in the wild or something. I saw you at that.
Yeah, I found one of those battle packs, among other things.
A battle pack?
Yeah, the 2024 battle pack.
Ooh, look at this. This is cool. Anybody looking for different colors of Technic pins? We got yellow. Ooh.
What character? All right, so let's show some comp.
And this looks kind of cool. This looks like a new plate too. I don't think I've seen this anywhere. It's not the car ones. It's like a new. It's got Technic on the ends too. Interesting. Here's the spaceship. A little bit of a.
Yeah. No, this.
Oh, yeah. The one that's kind of from like the 2007s combined kind of.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
The ones that I actually got rid of over the years, had a bunch, and then slowly dwindled them away. Cool.
Yeah.
How much was it?
$30. $30 for this.
That's pretty good. Actually,
The figures are what really sell it. Yeah.
That's probably going to be one that's going to be it'll be like
Yeah.
the clone battle pack, at the beginning when you couldn't find it.
Yeah. Found 4 of them. I
4?
bought one. Someone else bought another, and we left the 4th for someone to find.
Nice. Well, I'm seeing stuff with the new CMFs floating out there too, but I have not seen any yet. Right? And actually, today as I was driving around, it took me too long just to meet up to sell my Arctic base camp to someone on Facebook. I realized I gotta show that sold, and so I did that. But getting around kind of sucked, so I didn't cruise and see if any of the stores had those, like maybe Kohl's or something.
The only thing I've seen of the new CMFs is an empty box.
I haven't even seen that.
Yeah.
It's pretty. I mean, it's kind of crazy that they're out so soon. But then again, I've heard stories like on Hoosier Stream, like some of the Walmarts were around some of those guys. It's like there's nothing on the shelves, and then I think Haley said they had nothing on the shelf except for the new stuff, but you couldn't buy it. You'd take it. Everybody would take us up the registers, and it wouldn't ring up. So I mean, mine rang up. So I'm wondering if certain stores has a way to override those street dates or something per store.
Yeah, I started hearing yesterday that some people were getting hit with street dates. So I wonder if they activated them or something.
Maybe that's what kind of someone was saying. Maybe
it's crazy this time of year. So many people are shopping and they're stocking and trying to stock the shelves.
But you can also check Kohl's.
I have not checked Kohl's yet.
I went to one Kohl's, had no luck. They had a very small Lego section. But then I went to another Kohl's and they had some of the new stuff. Not everything, but a few things. They still have the old space stuff though. The last city space stuff that happened, they still have that.
Well, I don't think a lot of stores have been discounting it, so that's why they still have it. I mean, I thought it was cool. I haven't bought anything. We have an incentive draft for the LUG here coming on January 1st, and I'm sure I'll have LUG members listening. And I was thinking that hopefully they won't do it what I was thinking of, but they're actually going to start wiping our points eventually. They're going to make them delete just after a certain amount of time. There's a few people that have maxed points, but I was actually maybe going to get the one space one with the moving launch setup, the rocket. The big amount I spent was on this last pick-a-brick order of all that stuff that was retiring. And I think this isn't this a Ninjago thing, I think? Or this might be it's either Ninjago or it's Monkey Kid.
Oh, that's Ninjago. It's one of the many blade pieces we've gotten.
It's huge. I was like, that would be, I wonder if I'll have to try it out and see if it'll work as a paddle for the paddle boat races.
Yeah, I've got it it's in the Samurai X mech and the J Titan mech.
And then they retired one of the old dark brown masks, and so I bought like 4 or 5 of these. So they do like an Imperial flagship and a few things. But yeah, I was like, and that's kind of where a bunch of the money kind of went recently, was for that. And then, I did order that kind of replacement pick-a-brick from the order that USPS lost, and so I ordered some stuff from the one guy out west, and that came. And then he mentioned he had some more stuff. It's crazy. A lot of good stuff out there, but hard to get everything you want.
I got a bunch of these off the pab wall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those and the candles and the flames.
Gold leaves.
Yeah, those are what's going to go with these guys. The gold leaves I'm going to mix with these dark green for the weeping willow. So
I see a brick lock. I'm just jumping in between stuff here. Let's see. Do I have to refresh or something? Let's try to refresh.
Cool. So have you started any of your projects for Chicago yet, TJ?
I have. Let me
That's
get
cool.
it.
You don't have to show it off. I'm just curious to see if it's.
No, it's not very far along, but it's coming along.
Oh.
Temple of Airjitsu.
Ah. Now that'll be it looks like it'll be much larger than the one kit that Lego.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a lot closer to minifig scale.
Okay.
Or at least a lot closer than the set version was.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I got the staircase. The staircase has a big hole in it because that's going to be all dark red. Now I don't have a lot of dark red plates on me.
Oh, okay. Dark red plates?
Yeah. Plates and tiles.
Oh, okay.
Because I can actually remove
That's
it.
cool.
It's it goes up every two. It goes up 2 plates.
2 plates.
Oh, okay.
step.
Yep.
So it'll be so it needs a lot of plates in dark red to fill it out. And then these I'm sure I can brick block. And then these black pieces, they aren't actually going to be those pieces. They're going to be, let me find them. Here they are. I'm going to try and use both of the original pieces from the Temple of Airjitsu itself.
Oh, okay, cool.
But I don't want to risk breaking the brown until I have an actual place for them. So
until it's guaranteed that it's going to look what you want it to look like.
Until the design is finalized.
That is smart. Actually, I was using brown on something for next year for the collab with Chop and those guys, and it isn't finalized, but I used a bunch of brown, so we will find out if it had a nasty fate.
I'm just building up the exterior at the moment. Eventually, all the interior details will come, but the exterior is the priority, and I'm going to light up the mock anyway. So
I still need to I need to rebuild Hope Castle, and then I also have to take apart the Pendragon Fortress, and that'll come at some point. That's I haven't done it yet. I need it to one more train show. I got a train show in February. It'll go to that, and then I'll take it apart and use all the gray. So, what's everybody in the chat working on tonight?
I stole one of the pieces off the stap in the new battle pack to make this Ninjago hoverboard. Yeah, so Kai and Jay got hoverboards in a 2015 set, but none of the other ninja have gotten them. So I've taken to making a bunch of different color hoverboards.
Nice guy.
Yeah. This one's supposed to be for Samurai X, the color scheme there. And then I have ones for the other ninja. Like I have one for Nia in a red color scheme.
Oh, there you go.
Lloyd, this piece needs to be changed to green, but this is Lloyd's, which is missing a sword.
I think the temple and the ninjas, I think they need to do what they used to do back in the days when I was in Colorado. I think they need to come after some of the Kino figs that they got. I think they need to be a part of a big battle.
I mean, they could be.
Well, my other castle built, one of the castle builders, the other Jesse, finally got his car fixed. So I'm hoping his motivation will kick in for starting to work on some of his design, because I think he's got a pretty ambitious project he's working on.
So I'm gonna sort all these leaf pieces. Let me switch.
Wow, that one piece, that hinge piece, it looks like where they put the injection point. Almost it's hard.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. So
all the pretty parts.
Yeah, I'm gonna put gold leaves and the kind of bright green in one bag because I have a large quantity of both those colors, and then all the other colors are gonna go in another bag.
Yeah, once I've done building my spaceship, I will probably play with some of the limbs and stuff. I brought some of that stuff.
Is that new space?
This is new space. This is the new one. That's one of the guys with Mark, we kind of been going toe to toe a little bit lately, kind of on streams, and so I saw it. I mean, I do. I'm not like I don't. It's not like I don't like space. I just don't build a lot of space. I have the 80 stuff, but I couldn't find one instructions I wanted and I could build with addition to this. But yeah, I found this and I was like, with what we're building for our lug, I figured I could use this. Be pretty cool. But I'm gonna have to, like I said, alter the air tanks for the ice bears to be able to go into space. So.
I wish I'd found that set. It's on my day one purchases.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, I want to get several of the space sets, but that's kind of the one that's easiest to buy day one, and
yeah,
it looks all right. So
it looks pretty cool. I mean, it just happened to be sitting on the shelf. I mean, there really wasn't much new stuff. That was pretty much the only one I saw. I mean, obviously, I was looking for a lot of the sale stuff, seeing what was out there, and just because they're clearancing before Christmas, which is kind of cool. As crazy as Lego sells, I don't know if that's always a necessity, but
yeah, I saw there's that Ninjago Mech 2-pack that came out earlier this year. It was a Lloyd and a villain mech. I saw it for I think $12.50. Didn't pick up a second copy, but I might go back.
If you find it and you can show me what it is, I can keep my eyes peeled too. If it's something that if it's the right price point, so almost like a steal, I can always.
Yeah, it's like it's a $20 set.
Oh, it's a $20
2 mechs. Okay. The Lloyd fig was exclusive. It's not anymore because of a one of those magazines in Europe.
We're offering the store stuff for you, TJ.
Oh yeah. We'll see. I might run into that problem one day.
Oh, we'll run into stuff like that.
Yeah, it was just I don't think I'll end up picking up a second copy because the Lloyd figure is what I'd really want from it, and I already got a duplicate of the Lloyd figure from Online Pab.
Oh, okay.
But that set retires at the end of the year, so only a 1-year run for it. So I would recommend it to anyone who's interested. It's a good 2-pack. And it's one of the rare instances these days where we actually get a villain vehicle for Ninjago.
I'll have to look for that. You're on my phone where the chance of crashing my computer. Oh yeah, I even had Brookside open. Somebody was asking me about winter. Do you have any any seasonal sets? Because I have a Facebook thing up, and I'm like, oh, let me see what I got. I do happen to have a few things, but is that just above like that? I guess so. Solid spaceship these days. A little less force field than like when I was a kid.
So I don't know if you guys saw today, but there was a leak of a mini Ninjago modular GWP. Yeah.
Mini as in what?
Mini version of Ninjago City.
Like nano scale, like the
like a micro scale, yeah.
Like the little castle thing, or
kind of. I guess the closest thing to it is Houses of the World, I guess, because there's gonna be
super small, right? Because the characters are nano, or like the Disney Castle stuff where it's like,
yeah. Yeah, so it's only the first one we have a leaked image of, but the back of the box teases 3 more. So I think it's going to be basically our houses of the world for 2024. Except these ones are actually going to be desirable. Well, at any rate, I'm going to desire them.
Yes, desirable for you. That's what I was thinking. I was waiting to say it yourself. So.
Yeah.
Didn't feel like throwing you under the bus.
Hopefully the threshold isn't as high as what it was for Houses of the World, but I don't think Lego will be that nice about it. I think I'm going to be spending a lot on Lego.com this upcoming year.
I don't think if I really have any awards or anything. I might have bought. Well, I do kind of want to get the. Want to eventually get the Elsa capsule at some point, just so I have it, and then customize it. Give Elsa something. So Elsa has something cool to hang out in when she's near the ice bears. Yeah, this is TJ. What do they call those new elements? Like that almost look they've got like a smoke look to them. The translucent ones. Because these new 1x1 round bricks for the space are trans purple, but they got like that smoked look to them or something, like the ones in the New Year that had like 1x6x5.
Hold on, let me look. Let me go to the color guide.
Colors guide. Yeah, I'm trying to open bricks on my phone. And that wants to go I figure if I can use these somewhere, maybe in a castle, these new Technic 1x2 bricks that have the plate on the other side. Definitely a new part.
Mail's checking in from the wee hours in the morning.
Here, just for a quick. Well, can't guarantee how good that quickie will be.
All right, I'll just send email stuff out. I guess I'll pop this guy open. Magisto's Magical Workshop.
Never got it.
I got it. It's on my shelf.
Couldn't order enough to get it.
How many different MOCs, TJ, do you think like people will be trying to do like a UCS version of this? You know,
it's over there. I don't know. I'm sure there's a few people out.
Like, you know,
you can't see
it. They did this to kind of like give it that classic. Just they remade the old set. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
Why don't you like make a modern version, like real castle version of this thing?
Yeah.
Actually, or I like it when they leave us ideas to do that. So I'm worried about putting that idea out there and somebody beats me to it. But I need to start somewhere with my castle stuff. And this might be.
Oh, nice! What'd you display down there, TJ?
I didn't display anything. They had these for sale.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I should have gone down there. Saturday I had a birthday party I was at, so I couldn't get down there. So
I saw some of the video on Brick World on what it looked like.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the chance to post my vlog yet. But
Z was down there. He surprised Mark. That was funny.
Yeah, it was fun watching them stream because they were sitting next to each other, but on the outwards of the screen, they weren't next to each other. It was
and they were on the wrong sides of the screen.
Yeah, they were like that.
I was like, just
made it. Yeah, to me, it's sometimes tough to get to the shows if I'm not actually displaying at the shows because there's so much else going on. It kind of comes.
Yeah, I wouldn't go all that way. Just
The this clip piece, it's updated. It's a little bit different.
really
2024. I don't know if you guys can tell.
Looks like it's maybe got more of a lip on the hook. Or maybe
Yeah, let me get an old one. Let me get it in a different color. That way you guys know the difference. Yeah, so the dark gray one, if it'll focus, is the new one. Light gray is the old one.
What's that little notch on the old one for? Even did that pose?
I don't know.
Actually, you know, it looks like the dark gray one's actually a little bit rounded, a little bit more.
Yeah. Instead of the notch, it's kind of rounded over there.
Well, it's more of an actual circle, per se.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna go in the same place, so hopefully I can find it. I don't think I'm gonna differentiate, to be honest.
Half a day in the future. How is the future then, Mayo? Is it good? Is it looking bright? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, this battle pack build is coming apart. Everything except the Tri-Droid is coming apart. I have no use for it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. If I decide otherwise, I'm sure I'll be getting a few more and be able to reverse that decision.
It definitely means that the Star Wars people will have probably a little bit more intensive battles with even more droids to play with now.
Yeah. It's nice to get some droids. It's nice to get droids that are more than just the standard battle droid.
What's wild is this set does not look like it has. I should open my mouth too soon. Okay, it's nice stickers. Which is wild. Oh, they're printed. We got like a couple of the slopes. Now, granted, if you like white slopes, if you like this white slope, you're going to be disappointed. This 2x slope is actually printed. So there's no sticker. So this is good and bad, I guess. Oh, and the heads-up display for the spaceship is also printed. The book part, the book panel, it's printed.
It's nice that they do prints.
Well, I mean, I guess it's kind of nice. I mean, you know, for what you're using it for, it kind of makes sense, I guess. Didn't pull down very far, but it's a sunny day for me, so it's bright. It's good. Good to hear that. So it was raining here today.
yeah, it's raining.
Which is kind of weird. It should be snowing. It's been raining. Not that I love snow a lot, but it would be nice because of the seasons. It would be nice if it was snowing.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to have a wet Christmas here.
And we're having a wet Christmas all over the place. Definitely out west, down south. Briefly was on the internet before I jumped on. They were talking about the People who got off a cruise ship in Florida to find flooded vehicles in the lot. It's a pretty cool ship. I like this. I'd have to figure out if there'll be a way to tweak it or customize it for the project we're working on. Stuart, have you started working on that at all? Because I still have not started building that. We'll start that soon. There's a message in there for you, TJ, from Mayo.
TJ isn't doing anything after this stream. Let me know. I'd like to hang out with him live before Christmas. Well, we'll see, Mayo. I think I'm free. See how I'm feeling after I stream here for a little bit.
Jeff says he thinks he's supposed to get hail in the next week. Wow. Hail. I want snow. I don't need hail. Hail is destructive.
Yeah, no.
Snow is not bad. Hail is destructive.
Sweet. No, that's not good.
They had, I think this is the one I'm thinking of. I was digging through my slopes. They hadn't made this part probably in 10 or 12 years, this end slope in red or whatever. And now they got it here in the space. And they're like, huh? It's like, whoa. Oh, that's interesting. Cool. I like that. Push down and get to that. Oh, that's nice.
Good to know, Bricklock.
He's trying.
I mean, one day I really should do instructions for my mock, at least somewhat.
Look at this piece. This is pretty cool.
Ooh, yeah.
And this looks like almost looks like you could almost maybe, I don't know if it's the width of like the coaster rail, but I mean, it almost seems like it could be.
Oh yeah, that's the roller coaster.
Yeah, it looks like it looks like it could be. It's hard to tell, but I mean, they're putting it on the back of the ship. So.
Oh.
It looks interesting.
I'm also going to keep this crate from the battle pack. It has a thermal detonator inside.
A thermal detonator? Careful.
Yeah, thermal detonator.
Careful with those things. I hear they can do pretty bad destruction.
Yeah, but they're great for getting meetings.
Mm.
And getting paid.
So we need more thermal detonator scenes in the MOCs, what you're saying?
I mean, they're useful.
Oh, TJ's playing his shrubbery.
Yeah, I'm sorting all these small parts.
Yeah, we even have everything is printed. We even have a 2x2 white tile with that classic space logo.
Ooh.
Or it's a new word, classic space.
Yeah. The modern classic space. Kind of.
How's everybody in the chat tonight? Oh, that's my second shoot. I was going to do something. I have to do that.
Yeah, when it comes time to build the base for the Temple of Air Jitsu, hopefully all this means that I won't have any problem with foliage.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
Never.
but I'm sure I'll have to make some parts orders.
There you just have to, call your friend and say, hey, you got any of this I can borrow? Almost have lots of foliage that we don't really use a lot of. Okay. It's my air brakes. How is everybody in the chat doing tonight? So something still left to build here. And purple.
All right, Bricklock. Leveling up in D&D Beyond. Gosh.
Hey, Wagner. Well, it could be more exciting if you were in here. Then it would be that much more exciting.
I don't know how to find all my tabs when they go away. So, Rick Lock, just go to your character instead of campaign. Or once you have your character from the campaign, however we get there, click on edit. Or when you're viewing the game sheet, the character sheet, you can click on the anvil and the hammer in the top right corner of the sheet, and it'll say go to builder. And then once you're in builder, you can basically change all kinds of things in your character. In the class tab is where the levels are. So when you go from 1 to 2, it'll give you some options. I'd say go level by level to see what options it gives you, so you don't jump right to 8 and don't know how you got there kind of thing. And you'll see your automatic hit points go up level by level. And anything that turns blue will give you a new drop box of how to change or add statistics to your...
The bad thing about the spaceship is it doesn't have a place for the pack.
Doesn't have a place for which part?
The jetpack.
Oh, yeah.
There's not a spot in the ship for that.
Yeah, I feel like I saw that when I was looking at the box images. That's a shame.
Is anybody else having issues getting to Brickset?
Yeah, it hasn't been loading all day.
Wondering if it's suffering the same fate as what happened to Bricklink. Hopefully not. Yeah, so here we go. We got the spaceship.
Very nice.
And if you just push this here, the back opens. And the little thing comes off.
It's pretty slick.
Actually, it doesn't come out. There's something there. It should come out. I don't know where it is, but yeah. I guess you could probably put a spot to put the jetpack, but it's not. You don't have a spot for it. Kind of sad. That's cool.
Yeah, it kind of flies alongside, doesn't it?
It's an unmanned. I mean, the sets definitely look pretty cool. So it definitely, city space. I mean, I guess if you have Star Wars and you can't have space, you might as well have lots of city space, I guess.
How do I change hit points to automatic? Oh boy.
So cool.
Let me go in there and fix it for you, probably, Eric. So if I just change you to level 2, are you sure you want to? So
Yeah, let's see. I'm ready. I could play right now, but I got that. I got ready.
Yeah, I'm looking at this set, and every image I see, there's no place to store the little jetpack / drone.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe you keep it at the base. I guess.
Yeah, you can keep it at the space base.
Keep it somewhere at the base where you're going to use it. Maybe you wouldn't. Hopefully, you wouldn't need it if you're going to a foreign planet. You might not want to fly with that around there. Who knows?
It's on the home.
Someone will tweak it, and that's what they'll have to design.
Tab, okay.
I mean, when I was a kid, we didn't have this cool stuff in the jetpack, but I made sure it had the cupboards with the doors, the 2x2 ones, and I made sure air tanks were in there and all the valuables, the monitors.
Yeah, you gotta have storage room for everything.
This reminds me of the stuff I built when I was a kid. No open stuff no force fields. This is truly a truly sealed spaceship. That's kind of what I built. But mine were a lot more square and blocky back in the days. Because usually my guys would take their air tanks off when they got into their spaceship. No, I don't think an ice bear would actually be sitting there. I think it would sit there with air tanks on. She can't get the window open. Oh, nails.
Looks like you're figuring it out, Eric. If you make a mistake, you can always go backwards.
Yeah, well, that's a good city size this year.
Change the level back to 1. Whatever you want to do.
Saw that burger truck on London Calling today. Apparently those are prints, not stickers. Which is pretty nice.
Cheers, Mayo. Cheers.
See you, Mayo.
Later.
Oh yeah, I think the spaceship looks. Oh, actually, it's such a tinted window. You can't even see the ice bear in there. Oh wow, that's good. Tinted windows, so no one can see what the ice bears are in space now too. God help us all.
Yeah, the box art makes it look like the fig's a lot more visible than it is.
Got some extra stuff here too. Got a 1x1 round white tile with a battery icon on it. Oh, just lost it. Couple half circle tiles, orange and gray, extra.
Cheese on top.
Cheese on top, okay. And one extra yellow Technic pin.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, those have been coming in more colors lately, haven't they?
I'm just waiting on clear to go with the clear beams and such. I'll be waiting a while, but
Well, if they made clear Technic pins, that would make making something float a whole lot easier than clear beams and clear Technic pins.
Yeah, because they added those clear beams over the last couple of years, so it would be pretty cool to have something like that. Definitely would be.
I was looking into those when I was thinking about the Temple of Air Jitsu, because I was kind of wanting to make it float.
This was probably the best investment I ever made. Was I had a guy in Wyoming that had an engraver, and he actually engraved a bunch of my clear bricks with the masonry pattern.
Wow!
So I have a bunch of these in like trans clear, trans black, trans purple. And then he gave me a bunch of like the different patterns that he created himself, the different bond and double bond and stuff like that. So yeah, so I got a whole tub of clear masonry bricks I'll have to use somewhere on the new castle at some point.
Is there a sticker in here?
A sticker?
I don't remember seeing a sticker thing fall out of the box.
Which set are you building, Jesse?
This one.
Oh yeah, there is stickers in there.
The map. But where is it?
Is it hidden farther in the instruction book, maybe?
Oh, geez. Is it like in the instruction book?
Usually that's where it's a good place.
That'd be a good place to put it so it doesn't get
bent,
wrinkled. Yeah, they should do that and have it like a little a rip out area or something. Oh, criminy. It's probably the only one in there.
For the space stuff, I put the rovers on my wanted list. And the idea behind those is if I eventually get tired of them, I can use a lot of the parts, or at least some of the parts, to make the Ninjago rovers from season 3.
Just be, when you come battle the ice bears and stuff and the crocs, basically all you got to do is you just gotta bring those rovers, just like the crocs. They steal all their technology from the from that Star Wars universe. You just have to say the ninjas are
Um,
stealing it too.
Well, I'll bring my Ninjago stuff. Perfect combo of technology and mystical powers.
So that's pretty cool. So that spaceship looks pretty good. I like that. It's kind of nice. Let me look and see what I got here to play with tonight. I was going to play with those green things because I actually have. When was that? Where is it? Here we go. I did a plate. That's sweet. I got a plate to play with. So that's
Well, it's a good thing I got 2 of these.
got my willow trees. It's too short.
I'm actually going to take a close look at that map, and I can't find it.
Or,
Okay, we'll finish without stickers, see if they show up later.
hope so.
Yeah, I was actually going to look at the sticker in detail. And I mean, it's an old sticker, no big deal, but I probably got one. Pay good money to get this for free.
Target may have new sets early as well with no street dates.
Cool.
Yeah, I almost went in today, but I just did the shop online and put it in my trunk so I didn't have to go in the store.
I mean, I have like
Lego. That'd be fun.
I have a set amount that I'm going to spend online January 1st, and any of the other sets I want, I'll buy at the Lego store in store. But if I find them all, that's going to defeat the purpose of going.
Yeah. Definitely want as many, at least a full set or 2 of the CMF line.
Yeah. Have you guys heard of the new method for finding out what the CMFs are in the boxes?
No.
So
Somebody said something about the lot or something. The lot number or something.
no, it's not that at all. It's someone bought, what was it here? Bought a small wireless endoscope from the pharmacy.
Okay.
And basically the bottom corner of the box, where the box is sealed, has a small gap, and it's possible to sneak the endoscope in that gap without mangling the packaging.
No way. People are mangling the packaging.
Yeah. And to get an image of what you're looking for.
That's crazy.
That might be a little crazy. Now you're now the thing where you're tampering with the package. I mean, you know, someone might make an accusation.
That's from a tiny camera going inside the box.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Can I see it again? I didn't see it. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's an option for those of you who want to do that.
I don't mind getting doubles, but yeah, I want more doubles of certain characters.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like, whichever ones you don't want, you can just return to the store.
I don't have the one parts I need. I thought I had my parts this one.
Or just trade them with lug members.
Yeah. I mean, I want to get a few of the figs from that series.
I'll probably buy the full set through the lug, and then if I stumble across them, I'll buy more. I guess.
I've been buying 3 of the 6-packs.
Hmm.
And I'm pretty much guaranteed all 12 and 6 doubles.
I wonder if they'll. I wonder if by now they'll have decided whether or not they're going to do that full set box that they were testing in Europe with the last series.
Well, if they do that for the Space CMF, I'm definitely going to try and get the full box. I want the full set of those.
Which one?
The Space CMF, I believe it leaked a couple weeks ago.
I was not too impressed with that set, actually.
A space CMF, really?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
an all space and all or space alien CMF line coming out.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I personally kind of liked it, but I mean, there's some figs I liked more than others.
Hmm.
They got like an Ice Planet one, an M-Tron figure, and some sort of weird hybrid Blacktron figure.
Well, I would say since they are basically branding everything this year kind of classic space, that would make sense that you would have.
Yeah.
And there's a pink classic space baby in the space CMF.
That'll go with that the Benny's crowd that they had years ago that had those different color space.
Yeah. I'm hoping we get some Ninjago space.
Ninjago space.
Yeah. Well, they went to space 10 years ago, and Lego never made any sets about it.
Oh,
I doubt they'll make any sets about it now. But
you get a fake
you never know. With this whole new Ninjago stuff, anything's possible.
Still going strong.
Yeah. I mean, it would be the perfect time for them to kind of do like a one-off set, like a D2C of the Arcturus spaceship, which is the spaceship that was used in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bye, Reed.
Bye, Reed. Time for us to end the stream.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't say end broadcast anymore. It says end stream. That's how little I've used StreamYard in the past while.
Your Twitch streaming, and I see your notifications pop up on my phone every once in a while, but
Yeah, I do Monday nights. Although this week it's going to be a Tuesday night because Monday is Christmas.
right. Yeah, the schedule's all funny next week. I think. God, I just hope I feel normal enough to do normal stuff next week.
Yeah. Yeah, next week I'm getting together with some local friends and we're doing a movie marathon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 26 hours
Of
just various movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got together a few weeks ago and decided on all the movies. Yeah.
Cool. All kind of rerun stuff or any new?
Some of it's new stuff, some of it's older stuff. It just kind of depends. Each person got to submit a few movies, and then they had one lock, so everyone got at least one of their movies in guaranteed.
Right.
And then we just decided on the rest.
Yeah, I've been doing nothing but binging shows like Ted Lasso and Beef on Netflix. And I watched a Christmas movie, Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds. It was like way too much singing. It's like a true musical, but it was funny.
For which one is this?
Spirited.
Oh, okay.
It's like Ebenezer Scrooge, that Christmas story, whatever. But like a
Yeah, I guess
weird.
other than spending money on getting my teeth fixed, I'm gonna have to maybe get a new computer because that was the blue screen of death saying, "Hey, we encountered a problem. Let us collect data." And
Oh man.
I was listening to the conversation about the space CMFs and stuff, and then just swoop, and I'm like, "Oh man!" I hear a buzz. I'm like, "Okay, well, there's something wrong." Pretty sure TJ doesn't make that noise when he talks. So.
Yeah, no.
No.
I barely talk as it is. I definitely don't make that noise.
You don't make a noise.
Rebel Moon just came out. She's on top. I definitely will put that in my queue. Almost, I think I was meaning to look for it. Is that what? Is it on Netflix? Been surfing around all the different channels just because I've been sick and just stay distracted.
Oh, I know what it was. I was showing off my new showing off this, and then it crashed. With the green limb, with that green stringy thingy, and then just kind of putting those gold leaves on there so I can have a nice goldish tree. Except I left all my round plates with posts at storage.
Netflix, okay. Yeah, I'll go back to Netflix next. Maybe even after this show, because I'm probably not going to get too much further than building this kit.
No.
I might want to pass out, actually, after that.
Nope. Nope. That kind of looks kind of cool, guys.
I like these small books. I got to fold them in half just to get them to stay open. Get some
stuff to hold these trees together. Yes, it's not sloped down enough. We'll have to work on bringing that sucker down.
Is that for a collab? Read?
What?
Is that for a collaboration?
No, this is just. I mean, I like I said, I bought the green ones because they were going under, but I like the weeping willow look, and I like the nice kind of the look for the weeping willow, and so it's kind of figured the green and the gold might look pretty good, or even just green underneath some of that brown, because there's brown in the middle there. Because I think we had for our lug had the brown ones on Lug Book, but I only ordered like 25 or 50, and they were gone. I might have been even. There was not very many, and they were gone in the first tree. I think these dark green ones, I think I ordered maybe 100 or 200.
Well,
just because it was one of those things. If they're retiring it, I don't want to. If I really like the look, if I don't order enough, I'm going to be a little upset later on. So.
Okay.
Let's see how many to order. I ordered 100. So I did 100. So I figured if it's 20 per tree or something, I get 5 trees. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24. So I get like 4 trees. So. Yeah. That was one of those expensive items, 40 cents.
Yeah. Oh,
the mass.
And you don't have a project that's committed to? You're just playing around?
You betcha. Well, and then when they retired those gears, when they retired the little green gears, the ones that you see them using like in the seasonal type stuff. Like, well, I probably should grab some of those because the last thing I saw was somebody built the sleigh, like the last sleigh with all the reindeer, and they were kind of going up and down using stuff like that and turning and stuff. So I was like, I figured I could get some of the stuff. I mean, yeah. I mean, when they retire parts, they retired probably a few hundred, maybe if not 1,000 parts. And I'm like, I went down the list looking and seeing what would be good, what I could use, and I only picked a few, but yeah, that's my problem. I buy stuff without a purpose in mind.
Yeah.
That's why I have probably like Hinkle would probably confirm probably at least 1 million parts, maybe more. Just because, I mean, the plates alone I've got, the clear plates are 100.
Like, you're not going to put that tree in the next to the ice castle. So what are you doing?
Well, remember, I do have a gray castle. I built a gray castle and freaked everybody out. So, well, technically, it could go underneath, like for the collab we're building this year with Chop and all those guys. There is an underneath area because remember the theme is let's go. Was it let's go explore?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
something like that. I've got it somewhere, but yeah, so something like that. So we'll have an underneath area, and so my goal is to have the ice bears finally find the badger tribe, and so they're not an icy type mammal there, so that area will be green down below, and so I'll probably have something like that down below. But yeah. And plus, since I don't have any more brown, I was like, well, the next best color would probably be green. And so, yeah, if you saw some of the parts I bought crazy amounts of, just buying like half a cup or something, and just like, what am I gonna do with all these brackets and all this stuff? It's like, yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with one of these.
Yeah, I got a boatload too. I probably have.
I mean, I only have a handful, but that's enough.
It was the one guy.
I get it.
Jerry, I think it's Jerry Garcia, one of the guys that's on AFOLs of Facebook. He had a big lot that he went and bought, and so that one I bought one of those bags, quart size bag or whatever, full of those, the candles, the flames. So I think if I guessed, I probably had probably 100 or so of those candlesticks, probably. So, well, if nothing else, there'll be people walking through the castle with those, with flames. Because it was those the limbs. The green leaves. There's I got 2,948, in this bag. So that was like, so you say, well, I'll take the bag. That's how he's got it. So I'll take a bag of that, and a bag of this, and a bag of that. There's a bag of the leaves, a bag with the candles and candlesticks. What else was there? Oh, it had the ornate fences. So it had the ornate fences, the gold ones. There's like 120 of those. Those I might be able to turn sideways and use them for something.
I think I've got some of those somewhere.
It had a bag of those browns, the little brown stems. There's a whole bag of those suckers.
Oh yeah, the area where those were at my store only had a few left, and I just kind of scooped them out.
Yeah, I grabbed them. That was the bag he had. He's like, oh, I found those. And I was like, cool. Yeah. So the gold candlesticks, I have 229 of them. So. Yeah. So it was candlesticks and flames, the gold ornate fences, the stems, and then the leaves. So.
I have these guys.
There you go.
If they choose to focus, they won't.
Is that from that set?
Nope.
Custom?
Yep.
They're custom. They don't want to focus.
Yeah.
They're like, we are special. We will not focus. Or if they're like stormtroopers, they can't stay focused long enough to shoot straight anyway. So.
Yeah, no, I've got 2 41st troopers. There we go. a Doom Trooper, and a Wolfpack Trooper.
Doom Trooper, cool. That
Yeah.
kind of like a camouflage of sorts.
Yeah, kind of. They were only ever seen in one episode
Oh,
of the Clone Wars, and they were fighting on some sort of space station.
kind of looked like the Kashyyyk Troopers a little bit, but they had a lot of camo on them. So.
Yeah. Shock Troopers with replica helmets. Makes them look a little bit better. And it helps with my consistency problem. So my named clones here.
I'm going to take this apart. There's a bag I can put all these guys in. There's bags everywhere. And bags here.
Thank you, dude, Jude.
I still gotta find some of those figs that I got from Jude the last time. I looked at them, took them out of storage, and they vanished. They're somewhere. The ice merc might be holding them hostage somewhere.
Right. This is probably one in.
Hopefully you'll start feeling better, Jesse.
Yeah, it's been a struggle since Tuesday, so
That's a while.
Yeah, starting to feel like normal today, but like I said, it's not 100%. So I'll finish building this. It kind of make me feel a little bit normal because I mean I didn't build Lego or sort Lego. I've been posting my Hawkeye thing, but I built that like a week or two ago.
They're somewhere, Juju. They're somewhere in the collection. They're being held hostage, I'm sure. They're somewhere. Stuff that doesn't truly vanish. It just, I mean, I'm trying to get organized out there. It's a mess. It's pretty. If you've seen me go live on Hoosier Stream before on Saturdays and you see how crazy it is, it's just like seeing my MOCs in person is crazy. Seeing my storage in person is even crazier. So. There's only been a handful of people who've seen it. What's his name? Orphanage, he's seen it. He saw it. He came down for a lug bulk or a project support, and I showed it to him. Right now it's got the train layout set up, Munchkin board project, and collab project. It needs to have the WISLUG project on that table at some point too. These apart and make it gold. How's the chat doing? So let's see what we got. sitting there. Now, oh, let's see if we can do this. Yeah, so we got the gold. Keep a bunch of these together.
Show over.
Oh. He's getting quiet. That's the one. I like this song. It's Sunny Island by Shadow Music. So I like that kind of a little something in the background. Just really quiet. Or really quiet. And as Kinko once said, you know, heavy breathing just doesn't really mean viewership for I need to group them all together and load up soundtrack, because otherwise it just repeats the same one. We have to add that to the notes, is, you know, have a way to cycle what we've got up in the songs. They did add something. I saw something in the. I was looking at it earlier. They had something when I first jumped in. They had a new thing in the StreamYard or something. New thing I was looking at.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to hop off for the evening. Unfortunately,
Those will let you go.
Yeah.
Hold you hostage.
No, it's good to come on for a little bit and
Yeah,
get some
TJ.
actual Lego stuff done.
Right. That was my idea too.
Well, thanks, TJ. Thanks for jumping on.
Bye, everybody.
Happy
What is
holidays.
it?
Happy
End
holidays.
broadcast? End stream?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
right ahead.
My man video.
You know, I mean, I did already hit that once tonight, but I hit that on the Instagram for the time out. So. It's funny how easy it is to do that. I managed to do it a couple times.
See if Eric's done anything with his character more. Oh yeah, it's a level 8 sorcerer now. Look out.
Cool.
We got a lot more magic power whenever Bricklock can join us.
That's good.
I'll throw you something in, like magic item wise, in game. So it's a little more special, I think, instead of just handing stuff out, finding stuff in
Yeah. Figure out a way to work it in where you
game. It's a little more memorable.
Yeah. You know, kind of how, you know, it's neat, you know. Certain campaign, or you find it somewhere, you know. Anyone who joins us, you know, might find something in a small dungeon or something.
Yeah. think about every 5 levels. It's nice to get a decent item.
That or if he's kind of a unique sorcerer type thing, where you could build it into the thing where they're like, whoa, this has his name on it. I mean, how is that possible? He must have met the builder of this magic weapon. Must have met this sorcerer or something.
Sorry.
Cool.
Yeah.
Especially for stuff like that, it's always good to make sure you have like I was using when I was a wizard. I had a cheat sheet. Nice to kind of have. You'll have your screen up, but because you have so many things at your disposal, it's nice to have a little cheat sheet printed out that you can look at. Because I mean, you know, you have a lot of stuff, and it's always good to know if you have.
Make your own little side notes.
Yeah, cantrips or something too. If you have stuff that is like a bonus action, good to know what you have for those. Because that's extra damage that is always nice to have. That's why I didn't use them a lot at the beginning, but towards the end I was using everything I could, between action and then the bonus action, or the cantrip where you didn't have to use a spell slot for those. Those are good to have some damage stuff in there. So look forward to having more damage dealers because in the end. Everybody. Oh, that was wrong. That was the wrong thing. No, it was this one that's always the good one for the people who love me. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. For my flaming sword, Hunter Light Flames. And that's I like the ability to have the OBS where, as you guys can see, I can switch my views a little bit, and so kind of. I think now I just have to say I'm doing it just to drive Larry bonkers. Yes, Larry, here it comes. Get ready, brace yourself.
You guys will be dueling firepower with dragon. I'll have to read a little bit about your character. We'll figure it out as we go. Nobody's tried a sorcerer in my players. I've done it in Baldur's Gate with wild magic, so I know a little bit about how your sorceress origins can be. You're born with them, kind of. You're like special ability.
What was Brickfinkle? Because didn't he dual class?
8 sorcery points.
But I think he was dual class for Brickfinkle, and so he had 2 things. But I thought he had some kind of magic.
Burning Hands, yeah. You'll want to go in and add some more spells, manage your spells from your character. Another easy thing, if you're looking at the top of the screen, it'll let you know you can, you have spell slots, but you also have known spells. And you have 4 or 5 cantrips, so you can pick 1 more cantrip. You only have 2 of 9 known spells, so you can pick quite a few more. But I know you kind of quickly did that while you're watching us and watching hockey. So,
is he part of the campaign already too?
Yeah, he joined. Yep. So you might be able to see.
He can always look at, is my cop still part of the campaign, or has he been? Have we kicked him out of the campaign? He as a wizard, he had a lot of spells and.
Well, this is not a wizard. This is a sorcerer, so you have to you have to do it differently.
But in terms of having lots of magic and.
I mean, the types of spells are some are overlap a little bit, but actually there's quite a few different. His will be more.
Brickfinkle, if he was, what was
might be more elemental, very, fire and earth and clouds and I don't know, scorching. I don't know. Some might be specific to, and you might want to lean into that. No big deal. We'll figure it out. Yeah, it's a lot all at once, going from 0 to level 8. But that's cool. It's that, or have you wait until we all start over one day. But everybody wants to keep going. We've got a 1-year campaign, and we're gonna keep rolling. So.
Right. Brickwinkle was wizard and druid. Okay, that's right. He wasn't the sorcerer, so he is the.
Yep. We have not had a sorcerer. Maybe is Kevin's new character. Kevin's new character is a warlock.
He's
maybe he's a sorcerer.
He's a wizard. Like Targarek is a wizard.
Or he's a wizard. He is. Yeah. Let's see. Let me look. Wizard, yeah. So the wizards are more scholarly, looking through their books and reading their spells. The sorcerer is born with it, and they're just like, I have the power, and they just, put their hand out, and comes from their internal whatever. And then they're warlocks. Make a pact with a deity, and that's how they get their power. Monks have key points, and that's how they get their magic. There's a lot going on, so you just want to focus on your character. And
it's nice. He has magic missile, which is good because that's like an automatic type kind of thing. That's nice. Nice having those automatic ones that do damage. Is cool. That's nice. Nice to have those that you're just like. It hits.
Can he have magic missile? Did he put that in?
Yeah, it looks like he's got it. Yeah, I just kind of pulled him up real quick.
That's a classic. You almost always want to have that hit back because it's an automatic hit. Yeah, you just do minor damage, but you can. Sometimes it's a bunch of goats or something. You want to kill a bunch of spiders.
Hey, you know what, Bricklock? I got hit by Larry enough when he was low level. It'd be nothing. No. Getting hit with pointy sticks and my booty and stuff, no big deal. I will survive. Why do you think we razz him so much? That or when he decided to come back from a break and just go after some innocent flaming toddlers, He's gonna have a tough time living that one down.
Yeah, never.
A toddler killer. It's a good thing that you're like, red dragon magic.
I remember when I he was rolling damage, and I'm like, well, they have like 2 hit points, so they are toddlers. They are like babies.
Now, is each person's background different, or can you kind of change the way that you're set up?
Good point. Because let me look at his character.
He's got. I like the darker background. I know someone else had that too, and I was like, I want to do that so I can read my stuff a little bit easier.
Oh, the changing the background of your character.
Some of the.
Yeah, that's like night mode versus day mode.
Oh, is that? Okay, yeah, because I got.
It's probably right on
the top or something.
Maybe right on your profile. No, might be on the character. Might be on. And then there's the artwork in the background. You can also change.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mine just kind of shows a weapon and a bunch of mountainous stuff because I am from up north. Just a lot of white, though. Lots and lots of white.
Well, I'll have to
I'll play with it. I'll look and see. Maybe I can just Google it, too, and just see what,
The other cool thing I like players to do, Bricklock, is if you make your minifig yourself, then I'll try to copy it. So try to make it not super like $100 torso. Like one of my players was like, I'm going to use this one. I'm like, I can't copy that. I don't, have that.
And this was your suggestion, Jesse.
We'll work together, like, hey, try this. And so as a half elf sorcerer, you could use a lot of different parts, so it's kind of up to you on what color scheme. And then I'll try to copy it and have one of your characters ready to go.
Yep, that's always cool. All that visualization really helps.
Yeah, and I know I canceled the one. I didn't want to try anything else. I'm about done here tonight. Otherwise I'd have been. We'd be playing right now, I guess.
Thank you, sir. Under dark mode, yes, thank you. Yes.
Dark mode.
Under dark mode. Yes.
Under dark mode.
Thank you. Thanks, Bricklock. That looks much better. A little bit less white. A little easier to read. That's not as played twice hard. That's cool. I mean, I definitely, Jesse, you started something that I look forward to every time we play. So
that's cool. I was pleasantly surprised that you, because I felt bad that I was kind of taking over the Friday night brick slot, but it was all the same people and.
I mean, in the end, the nights like this when I don't, I mean, like that last one we didn't play, and I had Ralph and Butt Chop and whoever else was in there. I mean, we went like 4.5 hours, so we used to go a long time. I mean, it's nice to have that right afterwards, and it's still, like you said, it's all the same kind of people, and it's like, hey, I mean, it doesn't hurt. It probably helps, if anything. It probably helps, all the stuff that we do because we're all together doing it. So it can't hurt us. It can't hurt. I mean.
Yeah, I was definitely.
It's basically been stale, kind of anyway. So it's something I just need to work on, just trying to figure out, at some point, right thing will happen and people will watch. But we have fun and we do what we do, and people can watch. We still get, we're still having like 9 to 14 people watching, so it's still have our regulars who come in and watch. I mean, that's kind of all that matters. If we can help you get stuff sorted, stuff built, stuff organized, hey, that's what we're here for. And if the music isn't loud enough and we're not talking, just let us know. I can make the music a little louder. It's the non-copyright stuff that I pay a Patreon for. Kevin's one, and then this other guy with the music is the
Kevin. I'm gonna have to throw Kevin a tip.
Throw him a tip.
For the tree.
Send him some of that popcorn he loves so much too. Tell them they can use $100 minifig parts, but they have to mail you a copy of the fig to use. that works. That would be kind of, I don't know about how you want to do that, but
Jeff, yeah. Yep, if you want to use that, you have to mail it to me.
It's fun. I enjoy it. I mean, it's probably, in terms of gaming, it's probably the gaming I really do now, other than kind of some of the little phone stuff I do. So,
yeah.
I mean, they have the new one, one of the new Castle ones out for on the new Stronghold games. And I haven't even picked it up yet. I keep looking at it, but I'm in Diablo 4, and so those. That if we have to. Oh, they got up here. I make this tree a little bit stronger. Falling over. That or if you ever want to work some backstory, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he could. I'm sure my cop could maybe have known him from the older days. I'm sure I could dig out a bugbear from somewhere to do it.
So, when you said background, I meant backstory. And
oh yeah. Sorry, yeah. But in terms of
his description,
yeah.
He's got some traits in there. Okay, good. Yeah, put in your flaws and your bonds. Use whatever. That's good. It's
always kind of good too to have, like you said, sort of the backstory too. If he's got a backstory, kind of nice to have that. My backstory, Bricklock, for my and the only one who's going to see it is Jesse. So unless you talk about the stuff that backstory comes from, he's the only one who gets to see it. We don't get to see it, but with some of the weird stuff we've had happen over the last couple months, my backstory for my new character has gotten very in depth. So it's kind of which we need to bring it out a little bit more. But yes, it's always fun.
I don't know if I shared what I did with the other party with you guys.
Not sure.
But, I might have to wait on it. I just can't talk right now.
That's fine. Something epic, perhaps?
Yeah.
You're probably not drinking the right beverage. You probably want to be drinking beer, but you're probably drinking tea or something. So, it's... You have your normal D&D voice going.
Well, it was a test. Like, if I was trying to play D&D or try to go to the museum, what would I sound like? How much for my coffee?
You don't sound very good. So
no, not quite there.
I'd say those are out this weekend.
I might skip tomorrow. That means I could just stay home for the rest of the weekend.
Well, I mean, now does someone sometimes stream it? Couldn't you kind of jump in and say, "Yeah, this is Jesse from home. I'm not feeling well up to either, but guys, yeah, great to see you." That's all you'll hear.
I don't know what you're talking about.
On the Instagram, you do. I jumped in there a couple times, but you might be the only one who does that. So.
Yeah, I did a live from the museum, but I didn't even really talk.
Yeah. Oh no, you just walked and maybe.
And then I did a video recently too, and Brett gave me a nice comment about Tommy liking it, so that was fun. The trains. Yeah.
They're slowing down.
So don't worry about the backstory too much, Bricklock. But if you have even just a sliver of an idea, throw something in there, and then I'll try to twist it into. Or you can talk to a player like Reed or Larry and be the brother. You could be Larry's brother, a half elf, another half elf. Or half elves from different halves. Step bros.
that or you've met someone on somewhere, before. That's kind of
that would be a funny dynamic.
Yep.
Like having like a full elf character and then a half elf character, and they're like half brothers or something. So that's there. Or you could be arch enemies. No, you guys all have to be on the same team. We'll figure it out.
Oh, you could still be technically.
It could be like a mole.
Well, the way Larry and I go toe to toe, you almost would wonder if we've been on an expedition before, and we were trying to steal each other's limelight, and that's why we kind of worry about each other hitting each other. That would have been probably more my cop than Ontario. Ontario just hook him with a finger with an ear pop and try knock him on his butt. So. Brothers from the same mother separated during a tragic village event or something.
Yeah. The top half, he's the bottom half. Yeah, you could be like half brothers and not even know it, kind of thing. Same mother.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be funny. You just need, all.
He's way older. I don't know. in his backstory, he's been around the block, and then
it would be just funny saying, you know, I miss my mother such and such. Be like, wait, your mother's name is like that? Really? That seems like a rare name. That's my mother's name too. That would make some interesting fire talk. You know, campfire talk. That would be kind of interesting. Uh-oh. Okay. Not attached properly. Not attached with the world.
You know, trying to recommend those backstories a little bit, just so that there's something I can lean into and surprise you with as far as the campaigns. Like an NPC, it doesn't have to be a player, you know, but you might run into might run into family members as NPCs in the game.
Better not let me run into a white dragon. That would be bad.
We'll see.
The Doom Vault. Seems like that could be a little bit of entertainment. Just have a spell that just conjures us into like feeling like we're in a cabin somewhere nice and enjoyable. That is invisible, of course. Immune to watch interruptions. That's the kind of thing something to dream of.
Fire. Wall of fire. Yeah.
You just need Ring of Fire.
Yeah.
Come on, interrupt their sleep. There you come on. This fire, it won't hurt you. Don't worry about it. Come on. It's a harmless fire. Harmless.
Shove in there. Missed it though. One here. To get
I see this. Even this. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, at least then if we camp in a corner, we should set that wall of fire from one thing to the other. From one wall to the other.
Jeez, I can't see what's going on. There we go. Oh, did I put that in the wrong direction? Probably. No big deal. Well, I'm glad I started a small set. I was thinking about putting the train together.
Thinking to put the new one,
Yeah.
Well, I don't really have.
Orient Express.
I have big sets right now that are truly on my build list right now. I can go as far as the last one. I think a lot of that stuff needs probably been taken apart and redesigned.
This thing has a lot of details, but it's so weird.
You are at home, Jesse. I think.
No.
No, I think the one thing I might want to buy if I buy a new computer is maybe try to buy a good laptop that I can go on location or something. Or carry a little bit less baggage to Chicago. That's 2 layers. That's not a full 3 layers, but so probably definitely needs 3 layers to fill all the holes. But and some apples on that gold tree, and he's set. So what's the next show you have, Jesse? It's like the first convention of 2024.
Probably. I mean, I could go to Nebraska Brick Days.
Still kind of need to talk to Ralph. I mean, I still kind of have that kind of on the horizon. Maybe thinking about it.
Same. I'm not committed. I don't have anything cool yet to show, and just finding little stuff for Chicago. I mean, Chicago will probably be my next show. I really don't have the PTO. I've been burning it being sick.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'm like out. I got like 1 day. I got 8 hours left after this week. So
now, does that ever reset for work?
Yeah, every week I earn more hours, but
it's like an ongoing thing. It doesn't like reset a certain amount every year.
No, it trickles in, like every week another 3 hours or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that makes it tough. Well, and I'm kind of set at 2 weeks, so basically it's 1 day for the Milwaukee show, 1 day for the train show in February, and that leaves me, basically 8 days. And so, I mean, obviously I could do a Chicago will need 4, and then Nebraska I could probably get away with 4 if I had to. But that's kind of, he said, that's how it goes these days. You just kind of figure out what you can do.
Yeah, it might build up by the time March comes, and definitely June. But
yeah, that's like you say, it's like you said, if you don't have a lot, unless you're just going to hang out or something, that seems like a long drive to hang out. But
yeah, I think I'm planning on Chicago for sure, and that's about it. And
you guys have Brick Vention coming or whatever coming to Minneapolis, don't you, too, in April?
Brick Convention, yeah, they're coming back. I mean, probably do that, but there's so many people in the lug that'll keep that alive. I don't feel like it's necessary.
Yeah. That's the same weekend as I was looking at that. Like, oh, that'd be cool to go do that. Oh wait, that's the same weekend as Brickworld Milwaukee. I guess I can't. I looked at it and I was like, oh.
What day? Yeah, I don't even know what date it is.
April something. Because I was looking already. That's what I was looking at the one night when I was talking to Ralph or something. I was looking at the different. I was looking to see what was listed, where it was listed, to just kind of see what was out there for 2024 to kind of at least get an idea of what maybe, because obviously there's Brick Slopes too, which is later in the year, and that kind of is on the radar, but that for us back out here is like a really long drive if you're driving. So, and I generally drive all my MOCs, so I don't fly. So, for New England, that 1 year was a long drive from Colorado.
All right. Well, I have a magic shot.
Completed set? Oh, look at that. Hey, good thing you did pick an easy one, huh?
Yeah, I couldn't handle any more than that. That's it tonight. It's more detailed than I thought from looking at the box, but it's also not, very unfinished open area roof.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on there, and you can take the lock off the front door and then you can open it up, and it's a little more spacious than I thought, but not at all what I would like it to be. So
yeah,
I'm just going to try to use this as inspiration for a mock of a larger scale of this.
Yeah, it's a GWP too, so that I mean, generally they're not a lot of parts, so they probably only can put so much detail into that.
This Magisto here is, so
plain.
Well, the character is an important character in Lego history, so I think he deserves a big mock.
Well, maybe, who knows? Like I'm kind of speculating with the fact I'm doing space this year, maybe, and they're putting it across all the themes. It'd be nice if they kind of tried to do that with the other ones, maybe Castle and Pirates, maybe pick each year or every other year, kind of try to.
Yeah,
that would be kind of cool because
last year was the Lion Knight Castle, right? The huge Lion Knight Castle. Yeah, that's what we got. So yep. I'd like to see not quite that big, but a modular sized, or like the blacksmith shop.
I'm just saying, like with this year they did theme, they did the space Technic and City and Friends, and also kind of do that with like the other ones, and kind of just. You could do that with all of them. Pirates Castle, all of them could be across all the things. That'd be kind of nice, but yeah. Or maybe they've got something planned. Maybe that's something that would maybe go with a future,
castle. Yeah. Well, he might have a wizard tower or something, but this just happens to be his little workshop.
Yeah. So maybe they got something on the horizon.
There's a whole area. I mean, he as far as I know from Lego history, he is like the leader of the Dragon Knights. So, like Merlin.
I'll have to go do some Lego research, I guess. So what you're saying is they might not have done him justice.
No, like you're saying, they didn't give him any special printing on here, which is terrible.
Yeah, because I mean, he's just like any other wizard that. They've not actually the wizards they had in BAM.
Well,
they had more printing than that guy.
They had the print. I don't know where it is.
Printed skirt. Yeah, I had one somewhere too. They had the printed skirt. I think the torso was pretty sweet. A nice hat. I also had that wizard from the CMFs years ago, and he was pretty cool too. So,
is Larry DoorDashing again? I think he's got a Christmas party with the wifey.
Yeah, he's got family in from out of town, so he's hanging out with them. So.
Or step, yeah.
So yeah.
In-law things, yeah. Rick Lock, you're back. I just wanted to say thanks for making that character. Let me know if you have any questions. We've got each other's emails now. I'll just point blank add you to the team. If you show up next week, that's great. If you can't make it, let us know. Let me know. Let me know if you want to pick a date where you are ready to play, and so I can kind of surprise introduce you or something. But it won't be too much of a surprise. But
because if they've gone back and watched other episodes of Friday Press.
But we'll be coming up on. You'll be in Denver next Friday. Okay, so it probably wouldn't be next Friday. That's good because I kind of want to get like the full 1 year anniversary with the standard crew, and then introduce you as year 2 guest /
what is this now?
Whatever, new player. So Mel doesn't seem to be playing. I'll have to talk to him, see how he's doing. I'm sure if I talked to him, he'd probably jump in, but he's got so much stuff to do with the land. I think he's just kind of out of it. Reed, thanks for hanging in there with me and my cough. Sorry about that, but
you're fine.
I am going to slam some NyQuil and pass out.
Okay. You might pop in and talk to Larry when he's out there.
We will try to play next week. We'll keep Bricklock on a couple weeks out or whatever works.
He's our designated hitter.
He's our, well, I want to say he's like a whole seasonal new roster.
Ooh.
He's in the new season.
Hold him up from the minors. Sweet. I love it.
We're going through our whole anniversary here. We're hitting the new season, right?
Yeah.
So he's on the new roster.
Season of mayhem. I love it.
And then we'll figure it out. It'll be fun regardless. It's always a decent amount of fun.
Okay, well, you go ahead and have a good night, Jesse, and we'll
That's
see
it. Good night. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Better, buddy. Talk to you later. Press that voice.
Will do. Thanks, Reed.
You bet. Good night. And it is me. Welcome, everybody. So, yeah. So, it's just me, and I'm just kind of still kind of working on a third level of this tree. So my weeping willow trees are just these tubes with the hole on the end, and the dark green they just retired. This retired at the end of November. So this one I've ordered 100 of these. I mean, in each like plate with stems has 4 stems, and I can put 2 on each stem. So each level would use 8. And so like the previous weeping willow had 3 levels, and so it was about 24. So I may go up 4 trees. I mean, I got the other ones with the other leaves, and so maybe I'll have to hunt down different colors. I don't know if they've made a purple of this yet. They might have lavender, but I mean a purple book. I'd love a purple and gold one, but definitely maybe give a nice enchanted area, because the rainbows have the gold chains on them, so they all need a nice enchanted area. And that, who knows, that might be part of what will be, now that I'm building, it might be something that's kind of part of that collab that, like I said, that Chop and all this. Chop and Ralph and Castle Jesse here in Wisconsin, and Jefferson, Michael Frederick in Illinois. So, I mean, we got 5 or 6 people that are part of that collab, or can be part of that collab. I know we're still working on ideas and building. Chop is looking forward to it. Castle Jesse had a great idea for what he wanted to do with his castle. I know he's been working on a vehicle issue these days, and so hoping he gets that castle building mojo going here as we definitely start heading into the new year. It's kind of funny because Rick was in unit was like 6 months ago, and so you're like, oh, we got plenty of time, and now you're already hitting that January, like, whoa, like, that's 6 months away. I'm like, oh my god, I guess we can start building. And I build a little bit. My Lego workshop is not the most temperaturely controlled areas, and so it's a little cold right now this time of year, and so trying to get organized and build. That's kind of the kick. So I've got some stuff built. Showed that off for Chop and those guys. So some of it I'm working on. I got other projects. Working on a Munchkin board for Chicago 2. It's the one that had been coming for the last few years. Hasn't been coming. It's kind of hard to fly with it when you fly other stuff, merchandise, and whatnot. So, yep. So, lots of cool stuff. Like I said, I picked up some parts for other stuff, possible boat parts for Chicago, which I need to start working on that too. So, I've got a lot of projects on my plate, and a couple of them probably need to be done sooner than later to offer other opportunities for other people. Like if I wanted to truly do battle boats, I need to get a rough model done soon, so that I can say, hey, this is what I want to do this year, and then say, hey, who wants to join in? Who wants to So I had it last year, just wasn't very good. So I'm somewhat technically inclined, but not super technically inclined. So, but hopefully everybody's still doing good. It says we got 8 people watching. Hopefully you guys are all still having a great night. We are heading into that Christmas weekend. Hopefully you guys are all feeling. I know stuff's going around. So my brother, his family's got it, so that's kind of affecting some of what's going on. So hopefully everybody is eating well and feeling well, and just kind of stay healthy and want to get through the holiday season kind of feeling good. But anybody out there working on anything special? Anybody have questions? Anybody out there that goes to Chicago that is building stuff that might have a castle or a small castle that wants to kind of join in with us? Hey, let us know. If you like Chima, we move you right to the top of the list, because we always can use more of these guys. So I've got the bears. I have saber-tooths, but I don't use them technically. They're just kind of more troops. But the ice bear and the badgers are my 2 races. Badgers aren't official. Chop will have spiders and bats, I believe. Ralph has the crocs. Looks like a Wolverine. Ooh, what, my badger? Well, maybe. Actually, do I have them in here? I have them probably in here. To me, I'm a Badger fan, and I got a Badger hat over there with brown and white. If I win the Powerball for $600 million, I will make a official brown and white Badger hat, head and torso and everything else. So, yeah, to me, even if you only have a few Chima figs, but because like Chop has Chima figs, but he believes in the way they are, the characters themselves. So he's gonna only have like one of each of the characters that are named. But yeah, so the Badgers, I'll have these guys, So and these guys, I need to make more, which is wild. You'll laugh. Everybody will laugh because I was like, man, don't I have more of what I'm looking for? And yes, I have more of the heads that still need to be painted. So, but then I still would need torsos and all that stuff. So, yeah, I know. That's fun for a clock. You can bust my chop. Hey, if Z Cerberus, part of Mark's streaming, he came on that one week. I don't know if everybody remembers. He was razzing on Castle, yeah. So he's kind of started a small trolling war between Friday Night Bricks and the Brick World Sunday stream. So I get on there, and yeah, Ben kind of started that one week, but I kind of. So I was hoping he'd come on tonight. I should have sent Mark a message, say, hey, you should come on tonight on Building Space, and he missed his chance. But yeah, and I got to figure. I'm up the air tanks I borrowed from someone else, so I can't just take a file and file off the top of those air tanks unless the person will sell me some of these air tanks. So I could do that. So I'd like to see a few of them in space. And they just wouldn't look good with a helmet unless I could figure out a way to put that like ice bear helmet inside another big, like, larger than life enclosure of sorts. Well, that's kind of what we do, honestly, for those people who don't remember. I'm still waiting for it to get fixed. I need to talk to Richard again. We had the Chimpalooza bricks this last year. They were supposed to be Chimapalooza, so I still need to get those fixed with the 10 years of Chima. But the Chimapalooza, I like the ring so much. It'll still be Chimapalooza 2024 or for this next year, but it'll be Chimapalooza 2024 World War Chi. So it's going to be, and that comes from another another streamer busting the Chima chop. So in the end, it's kind of like, all right. I don't think anybody would be happy once World War Chi begins, but that's kind of how it goes. And that's why I build a lot, and I don't have one with me. I build a lot of the rainbow portals I had before, and I use the gold chains to give that look of that you're actually going through stuff. And those I've got 3 or 4 really good ones with the right colors in the right spot, but I'd like to have more. So this would be the tree probably as good as I can probably do it. Almost hits the ground. Probably need to build something to where it kind of will push all the the tubes down to the point where they're actually they're actually closer to straight down rather than the slope out that they are. But that's something I'll have to work on. So, but yeah, it's kind of cool. It's probably one of my larger pick-a-brick orders because these guys were like 40 cents a pop. So it's like 100 of that's $40 right there. Most of the stuff I order is generally relatively cheap. The supports probably weren't super cheap. I bought some of these because this color, I love purple, and so these purple rings were going bye-bye. These are not being retired, but I ordered 10 of the gold ones. So I have 10 of these gold ones that I can throw mixed in the trees. Oh, that was stupid. That was a mistake. Sorry. That was a button on the mouse. But yeah, so the dark brown mast, and I think this was I'm thinking it was definitely in the Imperial flagship, which I have one of. I bought some of these. These were pretty cool. I bought these. These are blades, and they've got the Technic on the end. These might be interesting to try for a boat paddle. Because I use the way I spin it. Even though I kind of want to use a true paddle wheel, the paddle wheel will be for the battle boat because I want it to be stable and cool. Whereas the other ones will be used for the speed boat. Let's see. Actually, what a mess. Mouse, don't get hit, please. Don't get hit. Okay, so let's see. So these guys, and people have seen these. These have been in a few things. These are the gears, and I think they've been using them in some of the. I'm gonna get his name wrong, but the one of the brick, the one guy that does all the motion, where he's doing all the movement. And I can't think of his name to save my life. When you're thinking it, you can't think of it. But he has a lot of videos on YouTube and stuff like that. So I think I saw these in a couple of his videos, and these were in some of the sets. So I bought I think 10 of these, 10 of the big one and 20 of the small one, because they were being retired also. A lot of the smaller baby animals were being retired, so I think I got 5 of the calf or whatever. And obviously I translucent, so I bought some of the trans pink swords. I'll probably throw some purple lightsaber blades or something in those. And then I bought some of I bought some of these guys, just the actual pink blade. Those were in some of these. I think this set, some of the packs, the new cardboard packs, it was in these guys. And so I wanted some more of those blades for some of the stuff I'm working on. So so I have 4 of the rings. I'm gonna do two paddles technically. So it's something I've played with. You guys have seen it. Yeah, there it is. Kind of something like this. Something like this for a paddle wheel. It's big. It need whatever it took to. It's going to use a big, huge boat hull. It's going to have pontoons on the edges to keep it stable. But the masts, I did 5 of those because I do want to rebuild my flagship, which might make an appearance at some show sometime in the future here. I might have to customize it, so I did 5 of the masts. So everything had a price. So the beams, the circle beams were like $150 each. The masts were probably just under $2 each. I mean, I did get some more because we do a lot of the UV stuff on our layouts. I got more of these trans neon green, and these guys, these pyramid tiles, these might have been being retired. I can't remember. If not, I got more because I have more down here I found in storage. So I mean, I had more that I was going to use. Gosh, I can't believe I'm coughing. I can't believe Jesse gave me something through the screen. These guys, I got 8 of them, so it should be enough for 2 full paddles. Like I said, I did the gears, did a bunch of swords. Oh, I did. And actually, it's funny is, as soon as I placed this order, I realized I had an outstanding order with for Pick a Brick, which had the 5 of these other translucent blue cats. But I think these guys are being retired also. So for anybody missed that, that was at the end of November. So I'd say definitely, for those that are part of a log, definitely watch, emails and messaging from your management staff, because I think that's where I found out about it. Somebody messaged them saying, hey, they're getting rid of parts. If you're interested, take a look. I mean, and the spreadsheet was huge, and so I basically was, and it didn't have a picture. I was typing numbers and seeing. So that's pretty much it. 5 of the calves, 5 of the cats. Like I said, 10 and 20 of the gears. Which I mean, I'm gonna have to build. I might have to build something that turns on my battlefield, and since they're green, I might be able to hide them a little bit more, and definitely in something that's not snowy, I guess. So it's kind of cool. I don't try to order too much in the Pick a Brick. If I can. I mean. Okay. So might as well. I mean, they haven't done a lot of the trans. It'd be cool if they did the trans purple of these kind of things. These would be nice to be in trans purple. They did do the sword with the CMF, so I do a bunch of that CMF. But I did the swords, and it was 10 and 10. So, yep, 10 of that, 10 of the other one. And they'll make it into the elite forces of someone. I don't think these pink ones will go. I guess it would. I mean, I guess I could always mix them like this too if I needed to, but might have to play and see what I've got. Yeah, the trees are pretty good, but I mean, I might still try and bend them down a little bit, because the more they branch out, the more they have a chance of hitting something else on another table or whatnot. So, and they did, like I said, they did retire. I think they were retiring this one too, the white support. And I think I did 20 of them, and that was probably because I just wanted to have something for any of the snow stuff I elevate. 24. They were buck something, buck 40 each or something. So kind of cool stuff. But yeah, I'm not go super late. I have a lot to talk about. A lot going on here. My voice is starting to hurt. Okay, now I'm doing lots of talking. So, but yeah, I mean, definitely. I guess it'd be nice if I had more people in here. Ralph, Chop, all those guys. Definitely on weeks where we don't have D&D. Definitely can go later. Christmas weekend, tough weekend, probably not. Probably won't go super late, guys. Just the way it is. But I don't think I can see that. But I mean, if you have it, that's good. I think like what he says for like the backstory is kind of something that you can use to build into like the conversations. So I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm going to see it. And I think I actually tried to look at someone else's once before, and I couldn't see it. So the backstory is something I think that's definitely hidden. Yeah, it's hidden. So features and traits, beats, stuff like that. But yeah, it's good to have it. I mean, I think it'll help. I mean, if you remember, but even some of that stuff I think is hidden, because that's the goal. Is they want you to work that into like the conversations with your other people. Oh, cool. That's nice, Steve. That's good. Cool. It's good. So Steve's been lurking since the start of streaming, adding lights to his grand important. That's good. Yeah, that's nice. All the lighting I've ever done, I guess I was always hoping I would be somewhere stationary at some point, maybe a house or something. I'm in my mom's, but I mean, I was hoping I would always be somewhere stationary where I'd maybe take that next step into lighting. I use pre-built stuff, basically. I use the rolls and stuff. I'll kind of splice them a little bit, but I do all the stuff. But yeah, so like, as we're talking like D&D, because D&D is the other thing we do normally, guys. But yeah, the backstory. I mean, my backstory. If you've been watching BrickLog, if you've been watching for weeks, they were hounding Frontero about Balgara or whatever her name was. The flirting was getting to me. It was just driving me a little crazy. So my backstory has stuff that, the notes is something that only he can see. Definitely add something to make sense out of why he didn't do that. And not only that, any of the guys, I'm not married. Any of the guys that are married here, I mean, probably understand it. I mean, you hope to God there's people out there that are not chasing after your significant other. I mean, just the way it is. I mean, that's the way I was raised. If they got a ring, if they're with somebody, you don't chase after them. It's just something you don't do. So I mean, and in that D&D, she's with another character. It's not like she's on her own. She's with somebody else, and so we don't get the backstory behind them if they're a couple or whatnot. But it's like Frontero's not jumping in the middle of someone else's possible relationship. So it's like, so it's kind of one of those things where, but I added some backstory that makes a lot of sense. That's not relating, it's related to kind of that, but goes way back to my character. Goes back before he's been questing, and so it'll come up hopefully at some point. It'll come up. I mean, I just added more backstory, and I actually added side notes for the next step. So like, I created another character that will be part of or related to Frontero. Should we continue later on? Once our guys, let's say we go to 20, once we get to that point and we start over, if we continue this, I have a character already lined up that will involve both of my characters I've already played, both Frontero and Micah. So, I mean, I'm playing it deep. I mean, if it was shit, you better be wearing waist-high waders, because I mean, it's gonna get that deep. People are gonna be like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah," and it'll be strictly built after all of that fiasco that came of all that stuff. So, but yeah, that's kind of it's good to have a good backstory, because hopefully, if it's some really neat lore or neat stuff of of your character and stuff, it'll come up maybe in campfire talk or something. It's kind of what I think is what it's kind of there for. And Steve says he's been sick the last 2 weeks. Well, that Jesse's getting that. I mean, something's been going around, so hopefully you'll be feeling better. I mean, that's kind of even though I think we all would think a couple weeks of sickness kind of was always something that was kind of associated with the pandemic, the last one we had. Obviously, it's one of those things where I think going forward when we get sick, I think that it's just going to be one of those ones where that might be around with us for another whatever 50, 100 years, to the point where we might just get sicker, and it just might be a lot worse. I mean, the flu was always pretty bad a week. I mean, anyways, usually a flu was weak. So maybe if it's now that we've got all that stuff out there, strains are saying there's new ones out there, it might be something where it's just going to be even worse for us, which kind of sucks. But I mean, and that's why, I mean, if it gets to that point, I'll start wearing a mask again. I mean, I should have worn it when I was playing cards the other night with friends, because they're all smoking and puffing on cigars, and man, I mean, I come home and I stink like smoke. I come from there, and it reminds me of the days from the 80s and maybe early 90s here in Wisconsin before they passed the no smoking ban inside buildings. Because I worked in bowling centers, and I mean, I came home smelling like smoke all the time back when I was younger in my 20s. Then I worked in bowling centers, and I mean, man, it's like, whoa, woo, woo, because I don't smoke. So, but I mean, anybody who smokes, I mean, I know if you smoke because I can walk by and like, whoa, okay, yep, that's a smoker. Zizu says, glad you're feeling better. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, other than that, yeah. So basically, I haven't really I've been organizing in storage. For the most part, I had that lot that I had been sitting on the floor forever. Guys, it's not on the floor. I thought I had my brother come in here. So I moved it all to storage. I have a little bit left of small parts and all those crazy beads that need to get sorted. When we get to that small stuff, it gets harder and harder and harder to do. And now that I'm kind of really in that building mode, it's stuff that hopefully I'll get some point to sort it and then get some of the stuff to people who, like the Ninjago stuff might see. I know Larry wanted one of the heads for one of his MOCs or something. He's working on Dice Tower or whatever. But I might get to the point where I might try and sell Lion Temple cheap to chop. It comes with a Creator's Command chip. Probably figure a way to work that into where I can use that in some of the shows here. Because in the end, what I've always dreamed of doing, and I'd love to see it happen sometime to fruition, is for those who don't remember, we had the show at Chicago, and it's hard to probably see, but back here in the back, there's trees back here. I should see if I can find a better picture. But back to when you're looking at to the right of the castle or the front of Benny, there's a tree down around there. There's a rainbow portal, and so what I would love to have happen sometime in the future is have multiple shows, like a show maybe in Wisconsin, but also have a show somewhere else and have the rainbow portals up, and so you could be at one show in, let's say, Illinois, and then I'm in a show in Wisconsin and we got the portal open, and you could just be like, yeah, these guys are another show, and then if you post pictures, I'm like, oh, there were ice bears coming out of that portal. I just gotta make sure people have ice bears and stuff, to do that, because I think that'd be kind of cool. We do it at shows, and like at Chicago we did, going into that portal, they cross across the walk, the medium, or the open walk area to another layout across the way, and we're stealing grapes from his vineyard to bring it back, because there's a beer garden here in front of the castle. And so it's kind of things where that's kind of what I always like to do, is to have that. Now, not everybody. Now, granted, these big shows, if you do this, so you got to wait till after they've gone through and judging. So basically, if you're going to do it, it's either early Saturday morning before they open it for the public, or super late Friday after they've gone through and put all the nomination stuff out for awards and stuff. Because at Chicago, you got to have, you want to be nominated for any awards, you need to have your stuff up and ready to go by noon on Friday. So that's when they'll start walking through and, thinking who they're going to nominate for different categories. My stuff, Hope Castle has been nominated once for Best Large Building back in 2016, I believe. Was it 2016? Was 2016 that big year? I think it was 20. I'd have to go look. It's either 2016 or 2018. 2018 seems a little late in the party. I think it was 2016. I have to go look. I've got an old picture. 2016, nominated for Best Large Building. Didn't win. There was a big Polish bank in the back of the building, and one of the guys next to me got nominated for Best Large Building too, in a big castle or something. I said, we're not going to win. And sure enough, the thing in the back won. I won a judge's award that year. And so Hope Castle has won an award. I mean, it changes, but it's done winning awards. Hope Castle, in a sense, is fine. I mean, I don't want to win any awards on that. I mean, any of the other cool things I build, a nod's fine. I don't care. I would be more for more or less for the more or less that's why I do the collab stuff, hoping if nothing else I bring attention to so now you can see it here. You can see it now a little bit better because my display name was in the middle. So basically it was just Chop and I this last year. Well, actually Michael Frederick, who's in the background there in the blue shirt, he had his orcs in there. They were part of the beer garden. And so and the one above us, the one in the middle there had myself, the castle, you can see that. The island was myself in the back right corner. Chop had his pyroclastic castle up front. Jordan had the orc base on the far right front, and he's the one who builds the big honking spaceships at Chicago. He had the big black, and he had the big sand green. He's got huge spaceships he builds. That's his orc base. Michael Frederick used his orcs and built a serpent bridge in the back that went to the thing, because the middle theme was bridges to it was building bridges, and ours was building bridges to Paradise Island. And so Paradise Island was in the back, and everybody's building bridges. We had a serpent bridge by the orcs. Chop had his lava bridge going from his pyroclastic castle, and I had an iceberg bridge going from Hope Castle. Behind his Chop's castle, which you can't see. Okay, later, dude. Jude, have a great night, buddy. Have a good night. We'll see everybody in chat. Hoosier streams tomorrow night, Saturday night. Hopefully, a lot of people will be over there. Jude, I'm sure will be. But there was a kraken behind Chop's castle. It was pretty cool. It was from Jefferson, one of the players, one of our collaborators that didn't make it to the show. But I took his kraken, and underneath all of his arms and stuff, I took out all of his 1x1 rounds and put all the UV ones. And so with the black lights on top there, any of that stuff around the kraken glue. Under the UV light, and then some of the water too. So the water had a lot of UV stuff that year. As you can see, no UV this last year. We actually cut our space in half due to the large number of people in 2023 at Chicago. So we cut our space in half. It was kind of funny because I think Chop and I were going, Chop was like, what were you gonna use all that extra space for? I was like, I don't know. I guess parade grounds for the Army, I guess, which next year Chicago, if Ralph comes, would be pretty cool to see, because we both have huge 700 plus minifig Chima armies or more, maybe close to 1,000 between the different races we have. But yeah, so it's fun stuff. I mean, I see everybody's kind of filtering out. We'll probably end this in about 20 minutes at 3 hours. But yeah, anybody who's gone to the shows, I mean, I try to have fun now. It's all about having, other people join in the fun. I mean, the 1 year, 2019, last year before the pandemic, Castle Jesse was right next to my castle, Hope Castle, and he actually won Best Medieval Building that year, which was pretty sweet. In 2020, I'm trying to think what the year was we came back, maybe 2022 after the pandemic. One of the guys in WISLUG, KLUG, or whatever, he won Best Medieval Building that year. He had a really sweet castle. Ben won. So, but yeah. I mean, if you haven't been to Chicago, it's cool. But like I said, those people who are thinking of going and haven't been there, bring something small. If you can fly, that's great. I would say whatever if you fly and you're bringing your mock, take really good pictures of it. Even in the overhead bin or wherever mine was, it just disintegrated on the trip. Luckily, I had a lot of good pictures. I can rebuild it that first year in 2012. But after that, I drove to every show. Every Chicago show I've driven from, either whether it be in Chicago, or Colorado, or Wisconsin. Colorado was a 14-hour drive. Wisconsin's 2.5. So a lot easier. Don't have to take off as much time because I can get down there a lot quicker. So, but yeah, I mean, it should be a good show. I'd say if you're coming, look for hotels early, like now. Registration's open. I think it's cheapest now. Once it gets closer to the date, it goes up. Definitely one of the shows I like. I'm in the Midwest, so I love the show. I love going to Chicago. I look forward to seeing what Larry and those guys create for, I believe, 2025 in Colorado. I'll definitely be heading out there for that, which means something will have to go. If I go to Nebraska Brick Days this year, it would probably fall off the docket for 2025 when I go to Colorado, which will be a hike. So anybody in this area that wants to road trip that year, let me know, because I will be looking for road trip buddies for 2025 to Colorado. As founder of DENLUG, definitely probably should make an appearance for that show once they create that show and have it going. So, and I haven't been out there in a while. It'd be nice to see some of my bowling buddies and stuff like that. So, maybe even call the Moonlight Bowling that Saturday night. I'm gonna have to talk to the bowling center and say, "Hey, who's doing it? Can I call it?" Because I enjoyed doing all kinds of stuff in Colorado. I had a lot of fun. So, but other than that, my first show in 2024, which I probably need to change the hopecastle.org website, is the Mad City Train Show in February. I will not be at Brickfest Live. I have no desire to go to that show whatsoever. It is under new ownership compared to when I last went to one of the shows, but not a fan. Not a fan of that show. Other than that, so yeah, probably Train Show, Brickworld Milwaukee in April. Actually, before that, might be Nebraska Brick Days. Still need to talk to Ralph, see if anybody's going there, and just saying anything else. It's all with what his new job is and stuff like that. It all falls into dates. Right now I don't have much new. I think the roller disco got bigger from Nebraska to Chicago. If you go back, it's bigger and better than it was before, way better. I'll upload the pictures. Way better. And hopefully I might have a new Hope Castle. I'm working on maybe either going back to the really, really old design, which goes back to pre-2013, which is 10 years ago. The first design I had built that wasn't feasible. I built when you build with plates, when you build up, you would think, it'd be straight. So trying to, but in the end, it's actually angled. So when I built something and I wanted it to be like a turret, I wanted it to be able to drop stuff in. The Campbell brothers, Brickworld 2012, had two castles separated by 12, 15 feet of army. Huge, epic battle, massive. But their castle, you could just pull it apart. Anything built out of brick, you can just generally pull it apart. I mean, if they have it built with the sunken areas and tiles, you can just kind of, and that's how some of my castle is built. But with plates, I mean, I'd have to build a whole mold. I'd have to build, if it was going to be a tower this tall, if it was going to be a tower that tall, the mold would have to be that tall, outside and inside, which means then once you build it, you actually couldn't have a bottom on it because you'd have to take it apart. And hopefully it would still stay that way. But that's kind of the kicker, is it's like plates are a whole different ballgame. So if I build a new one, it might still be built onto plates, but it'll be kind of like my dice tower where I just slide it into sections. So, looking at new ways to do it. I mean, I see people do all kinds of different methods. I like the way I've had it for the last 10 years, but it doesn't get as much detail, because I don't have a lot of interior detail, because it's, it just drops into place, and the modules have to be, I mean, I think the closest to having detail is when the walls had beds in them, where I was able to keep from having to set up 150 ice bears, which was nice when you have an army of 700. And actually, currently, the walls of the castle now actually have ice bears walking the walls of the castle at 2 tiers. I think I don't have to set up another 60 or 80. So, but all about fun. So, I mean, anybody have any questions? I mean, we're getting kind of close here. I mean, it kind of looks like it's winding down. There really isn't much else I can talk about. Might have to play something a little more upbeat. Yes, as Jesse said, it is kind of like the music in the videos. Yeah, we'll be playing D&D next week. Definitely for those who play. I mean, I definitely enjoyed my Frontero. I enjoy my voice acting. I enjoy it. Fun stuff. I mean, like I said, I got the Commodore sitting over next to me, and I was for a while playing, some of my fantasy games on there. And I probably need to maybe get back to that. But I need a better setup, to do all that. I'd love to get my 98 machine running too.
even then it'd play faster on the Commodore. And I have to find out if my shock is going bad on this chair. It keeps falling down. This is a nice chair too. But my current project is taking, like I said, I might have to listen to session 1 tonight, is taking the journal, and I think this is almost all the way to, like, this might be the whole thing. This might be the whole journal currently of critical bricks. Taking it and moving it into like a notebook, either to flip through and then maybe have key points I can go back to and look at. Obviously, won't have room for all the cool maps and stuff, but this is kind of the cool thing I want to try and get through here, because I love keeping track of stuff, but I'm lost. I'm only on page 4 and lost, because I can't remember what happened. So I need to kind of see if I was have technical problems that night or something, miss a bunch of stuff. So viewership went back up. Okay. But yeah, guys, I think probably 14 minutes. We'll probably be cutting it to the end of that. I built a spaceship this week. I built the new. This is the brand new, the new one. This is the new spaceship. Took off the jetpack, but you know, you just kind of. Let's see what that was. Just kind of opens up the back of the ship. And everything's printed. All the stuff. There's no stickers. That is all printed on there. So it's just kind of cool. Even the clear little thing for the heads-up display is printed. And it is. I don't know where the box went to. That's this one. So it is one of the brand new as I found it this week actually. Yeah, I found it this week. It was already a price. I found this earlier this week in one of the stores. I bought it. I mean, contrary to Ben's belief, I do like space. I don't build space right now. The only way I build kind of space is if it fits into the castle, crash landed spaceship, maybe something that maybe somehow accidentally went through one of the rainbow portals. That could happen. If I open it to go over to someone else's stuff, like Ben's space stuff, so it opens both ways. So hopefully he would send something to my side. But yeah. So other than that, just kind of just stuff. I mean, like I said, like everybody says, it's just always getting organized, sorting. This is as we head into the new year, everybody should be getting ready for all their shows. Start planning what shows you're going to. If you're thinking like Chicago, start planning hotels now. Don't wait until last minute. I mean, the Renaissance is already filling up pretty quickly, and they have an issue with the Wednesday night, because it actually has. There's another show that has another show there before Brick World gets underway, so they have something going on. So some kind of event. So, but yeah, fun stuff. I probably need to build a new dice tower. I got a lot of projects for Chicago. I probably have half a dozen to a dozen things I'd love to build for Chicago. But I have 2 collabs I'm working on. A game board I need to build. I'd love to rebuild the dice tower. I have a boat, 1 or 2 boats to build for the boat races. If you haven't. For Chicago, I like to promote Chicago. It's a Midwest show. It's the biggest in the Midwest. I love it. There are a lot of activities. I use the power function, the older power function, with the S brick, and I make paddle boats. You can do a propeller boat, but I will tell you, from years of experience, the years I've been there, I've only seen a paddle or a propeller boat win once, and that year I think the big players weren't there when it won, but paddles have won every other year, and they're very lightweight and they're very quick. But they do a drag race across the pool. I had fun this last year. Probably should have done better than I did, but I lost my bearing a bit, made some mistakes. They do an obstacle course, weave around the pool, hoping. If I can get my crap together, I would like to try and do a battle boat series where we actually either have my projectiles I shoot were the new water ones, city water things, with the new bigger like a 2x6 blaster, not the real thin ones from Star Wars, but a really big blaster. Fires that big projectile. And that fired, it only fired straight though. But either having that where we can have some kind of marking on it, old chalk that would mark the ships, or using the 1x1 rounds with the round shooters, and like the Bionicle and stuff like that, and see how many rounds end up in the ship, and how many rounds degrade you, and how bad sinking would have been or damage. So I've been talking about for many years. I'd like to actually get that done, but if you haven't done it, boat races are fun stuff to try. Definitely watch the videos on YouTube, and you'll learn a lot and try that out. I mean, the sumo stuff was pretty cool. Actually, at one of the meetings, one of the WISLUG meetings, actually, one person where was it? I was somewhere, and one of the people that had won that just was freaking cool. So it's just, there's so much things there. So I mean, that's how I like to do the shows. Might do Nebraska Brick Days. That was a good one. Out in Omaha, it's definitely a drive for me. It's 3 hours, but definitely we're starting to head into heading into the new year. If somebody likes to go to the Lego convention, start looking, seeing what's on the agenda. Start planning. Start building. You're a castle builder or even a Chima builder, and you're coming to Chicago and you want to bring something small, but you want to kind of be part of something bigger. Definitely let me know. Throw something in the comments of the video, whatnot. Or email me scoop_shovel@yahoo.com. Just make sure it doesn't look like spam and it won't get caught in the spam folder. And because I mean, Chop, myself, and Ralph are for the 3 for sure's. I think Castle Jesse in Wisconsin's on board. Jefferson might have something. I haven't heard from Michael Frederick or Jordan. Jordan's actually kind of doing another collab, so he probably won't be in, but Michael Frederick might be. And so, but I mean, like I said, I mean, that's why I'm planning now, so I can find out if there's people who I'm not familiar with who might want to throw a small castle in or something, join the Chima party. So, but I don't know how to fill 8 minutes worth of time, guys, and blabbering my mouth off. But yeah, I mean, and my dice towers, Oh, actually, I got the wrong thing. So I got my dice towers, and those guys, I need this one here. I need to take out those. I need to rebuild it. The steps are cool, but not very sturdy. This one kind of just got the slope. That works pretty good, but just need to rebuild it. Build a new one. I actually have one. I have one way over there that's on the top. That was one of the earlier models. That was pretty cool. It's just a matter of just trying to figure out what works good. See, you get Pantera with his non-flamed sword. Oh, and he dropped it. You get the tree with the gold leaves. And he's got both swords. He's got a flaming sword. Non-flaming sword. And I gotta figure out how to make one that's actually two-handed. So, flaming and the non-flaming. So. And we'll be playing again next week, so definitely be ready to watch some fun stuff. Next week will be a shorter show. Wondering if there's somebody still over at Twitch. I wonder if that's Hinkle in his skybox, working his butt off, doing commissions. And just thinking of another one the other day that I probably should have you do. Can't remember what it was now. I have to think about it again, but. Everybody ready for Christmas? I didn't really ask for anything. I don't really anymore. I mean, I got more Lego than I can shake a stick at, so don't definitely need to ask for Lego. Money works because it'll help pay for the storage bill and all that other stuff. So everybody is heading to bed. See you, Steve. Hopefully that lighting looks cool. Definitely if you're watching past weeks, let me know. Maybe I'll bring you on. You can show it off. Always looking for people to fill the panel. So catch you later, Steve. Have a good night. Have fun building. I'm shrinking in my chair. I feel like after so many hours, my chair last week was getting to me. I was kind of getting to the point where I couldn't sit in this chair anymore. I could sit on the floor. Let's go recommend music. Have that. We're gonna have some more playing here shortly. Of course, we've got our fun thumbnail, which is always cool. I need to change it up so I can move people around a little more. Not sure how many of those I can have. Yeah, but hopefully everybody will have a great Christmas, and just kind of keep looking up for the new sets. One thing I will tell people is, hey, if you're watching and you are out shopping after Christmas and you see cheap poly bags, $1, $2 poly bags, definitely keep me in mind. Always looking for ones to donate to the children's hospital that I go to, and so cheap poly bags are great. If you watch this video afterwards and you come across some, definitely leave me a message in the comments. Definitely would be willing to buy. Definitely whatever. I mean, if they're $1 or $2, I'm definitely looking at 20, 30, 40, whatever. I donate probably 150 at a time. I think most of them have beds of about 150 or so I try to do that. Definitely at Omaha last year, I donated. I think it was 150. So definitely keep your eyes peeled. I mean, I haven't seen many sale poly bags lately, but if anybody sees them, definitely let me know. Anything's fine. Brick ones or minifig ones. Minifig ones are always cool. Kids, I think, can maybe dream more if they can envision themselves as the ninja or whatever. But I'll take them all because I will donate them however. So that's where a lot of them came from. I have lots of duplicates, but I'm starting to donate stuff going back 10 or 15 years now. So it'll be nice to kind of find those duplicates again. It's been a few years, probably pre-pandemic since I saw them in big numbers. So means I might have to go shopping after Christmas. I'll be working that day. I won't have to go shopping anyway. So. But I think I'm going to play my video. So, yeah. So, viewership just goes up and down. So, yeah. So, sale poly bags after Christmas. If you see them for $1 or $2, I'm the man. I could use more. Pad my collection for donations to Children's Hospital, both here in Madison and possibly at Omaha if I make it back there again. So, I am going to play the exit video, guys. Exit video time. Which one are we going to play? I guess it's the regular ending. Here we go. So we'll see everybody next week. Everybody have a great week and have a good holiday. Have a good holiday, good Christmas. We'll see everybody in the new year, most likely. Well, actually, no. I guess we won't see in the new year yet. We'll see you next week for another for episode 295 and episode, I think, 34 of Critical Bricks, I believe. So have a great night.